Hello, 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 beautiful people.
What's up, guys? And welcome back to the Cave and Drew Show.
I am Drew here.
Yo, and this is Caveman. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I know. We've had a lot going on, so we're not even going to get into that shit. We're just going to get right to it. So today, me and Cave have decided to do a Jurassic podcast.
Yes.
So we're basing it off of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and everything we love about the franchises.
This is one of our favorite franchises. I think this is long overdue. I'm just excited to just share the platform and just discuss one of our favorite franchises.
Yes.
We always do these little velociraptor sounds to communicate.
I don't think there's ever a dull moment that goes by when we don't reference this movie with some velociraptor sounds.
Yo, it's the only way to communicate in 2022, you know? Exactly.
Listen, you guys are in for a ride with this one because we're going to be doing that a whole lot. So get ready for some raptor noises.
That was a good one.
I know. All right, let's get right into the shit, man. I'm excited. Okay. So the first topic we're going to start off with is our favorite movies from the collective. I'm just going to call it a collective franchise because it's just Jurassic all around. Yeah. Our fave movies in order. So, Cave, go for it. You start us off.
Man, well, okay, so I've always had like a special space for the old trilogy in my book. So I would have to say, surprisingly, right? Surprisingly. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, it's not too surprising. The first movie is one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
It's my favorite.
It kickstarted it all, man.
Yeah,
it's a great film, it's great moments, which we'll get into our favorite moments later. We're just going to strictly do fave movies in order. So, of course, original being your favorite. Your number one.
Number one. My number two would have to go with Lost World Part 2.
Lost World. Yeah, Lost World is Part 2.
Lost World Part 2.
All right. I mean, okay, you're keeping it in order.
I don't know why, but it just happened to be like that because it was the intro to Ian Malcolm. We get to see the T-Rex again. That was actually, ever since I saw it on the first movie, I'm like, we got to get the baddie back.
It was definitely a really big expansion on Ian Malcolm's story. You learn that he has a daughter. I don't really like her that much. I think her character's pretty annoying, but I really do enjoy The Lost World. It has a lot of great moments, which we'll discuss later. But no, Lost World is great. All right, what would you say your next one is?
The next one would have to be Jurassic World Part 1.
Okay, sweet deal. Great movie.
Yeah, that would be my top three, just because it went directly into the franchise. It introduced us to the new characters like Owen and Claire. So,
absolutely.
So it was just great. It was a breath of fresh air. It was like watching another Star Wars movie, even after the classics that came out.
Yeah, it was long time coming. Kept rumoring Jurassic Park 4. That really never happened. And then they just transformed it into Jurassic World as like the next installment for the franchise. Which, you know what? I don't. Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs reign supreme, and I love them so much.
They're great.
What would you say your least favorites were? Because I know you mentioned Jurassic Park, Lost World, and Jurassic World. So that just leaves two. Mm-hmm. So Fallen Kingdom, which is Jurassic World 2, and then Jurassic Park. Oh, God, Jurassic Park 3.
Wow. Okay, so people might actually kill me on this one. So I actually enjoyed Part 3 more than Dominion.
Well, no, Dominion's not out yet.
Sorry, not Dominion, but Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom. Okay, that's fair.
The only reason why is because I get to see Alan Grant back in Part 3.
Okay.
And it was the Spinosaurus that did it for me.
Okay, the Spinosaurus was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like the Kirby's. I think that was probably the biggest thing I really disliked about that fucking film.
Yeah.
So, if you know what? Yeah, I'll get into what I like and what I dislike. If we're gonna talk about my favorites, I'm definitely gonna go with Jurassic Park 1. Absolutely. I mean, it kickstarted everything that we know about these dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And what makes them so damn lovable. So, you know what I'm saying?
They're
like
humongous lizards,
yeah. Yeah, like, I just fucking love it, man. It's just a soft spot for me as a kid growing up, and I still watch these movies till this day. It's just so damn iconic, especially the first film. For my number 2 spot, I'm gonna put Jurassic World.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put Jurassic World. It's very different. I just thought, as you stated earlier, it was definitely a breath of fresh air. It was a welcome return for the franchise. They had a fully realized operational park to an extent, obviously.
Right.
But they actually had it, and we got to actually see a lot of people going and enjoying this park with their family. And I thought those moments were just magical because that's something we never got to see in the very first Jurassic Park movie because everything got so fucked, essentially. You know what I'm saying?
It was like a modern take because we saw like how people reacted to regular vegetarian like the dinosaurs that just were plant eaters.
Yeah, the long necks.
Yeah.
I believe it's a Stegosaurus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
The little the spears that they rode alongside them.
Exactly.
The freaking Mosasaurus splashing the water on everyone. Like, it was just nice to see those. And even the return of Mr. DNA.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, it's little things like that just, it was captivating for me. And, like, there was the Indominus Rex, which was a fucking spine-chilling dinosaur. It was just, to me, it was just, we needed it. I thought it was long enough waiting for the franchise to come back, and I'm so happy that we got that. And the fact that the original characters are still considered canon to it just makes it all that much better. So that's my number 2. My number 3 will be The Lost World. I love The Lost World for a lot of reasons. Again, Ian Malcolm is one of my favorite characters, so I like to see him in a lead role. Mm-hmm. We got to see like his new love interest, and then how he dealt with the situation of dinosaurs without like Grant or Ellie, which were big help in the first film with their knowledge.
I like the fact that yours was very similar to mine, except you switched places because the only difference we had was your second was Lost World, right?
No, my third was Lost World.
Third was Lost World.
The only thing I switched was like your second and third one. It was just reverse from mine.
Right.
Those are like to me, those are my favorite 3. Those are probably the ones I watched the most. If I have to say my least favorite out of the franchise is absolutely Jurassic Park 3. There's a lot of things that don't work for me with that movie, but there are some things that I like. Like, I do like the Spinosaurus. He was cool. Yeah. And then I actually enjoy Fallen Kingdom to an extent. What I think that movie had too much stuff going on in it. I think that's probably why a lot of people weren't feeling it.
Yeah.
What I did like about that installment is I like the fact that we got a gothic horror element when they went to the mansion and the scenes with the not the Indominus Rex. What the hell was that other dinosaur?
The Indoraptor, right?
Yes. That fucker right there. The Indoraptor sequences
whole,
were absolutely amazing.
The whole silhouette of his claw being in the back.
Trying to attack the little girl, and then the lightning storm outside. Oh, my God.
That was...
I said little girl because I don't actually even like that story element in that film. The little cloned girl, I think that was just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that kind of drove a lot of people away from that film. But again, I didn't hate it. But it definitely wasn't in my top 3. Those 2 are definitely on the bottom of the list for me.
Yeah, I agree too. And I put 3 up there just because I had a little favoritism towards, like, for example, they had a lot of Velociraptor.
They did. There was a lot of Velociraptor action in that movie. But then again, I don't feel like Jurassic ever has a little amount of Velociraptors.
No, they always include them.
You have to include them. They're iconic to the franchise, just like the damn T-Rex. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So... yeah, man, that's our list for, like, our favorite movies per order. Start us off with the next topic.
So the next one would be favorite characters in order. And this was interesting because there's so many. We could even add villains in this one, too.
You can, like, mix and match it as much as you want.
Side characters.
But there's so many iconic characters in this franchise. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna let you go first since I did just state my order. And let's see what you think.
So, number 1... cliche, I know.
It's alright.
Dr. Alan Grant.
I mean,
he's my favorite because he's the OG.
He's so great.
Yeah,
he's just great. Just the way that character is played, everything they write about him. I love his freaking swagger. I love his little, like, essential, like, relationship in a way, pseudo relationship, whatever you want to call it, with Ellie. I think it's great. Their dynamic works so well.
Yeah,
I love when he meets Ian, because then when you get the OG trio, it's just a fucking
great
ball to watch them together.
That's one of the elements I'm excited for the new movie for. And I think Dr. Alan Grant, he brought, like, this role model figure to me, because back in the 90s, he was just that leader, like, that the pack needed. He basically saved all of their asses.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he was very essential to helping them get out of that shitty, scary ass situation they were in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Alan Grant is fantastic. So I have nothing
Great.
but positive things to say about him.
The next one I would have to say, I keep forgetting this guy's name, but basically a great villain I thought was the person that actually was engineering for the doctor. I forgot his name.
We're talking about, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it should be Henry Wu.
Henry Wu. Yeah.
Right? I'm right?
Henry Wu, to me, he has a complex character because...
Yes, Dr. Henry Wu, I was right.
Yes. Henry Wu had such a complex... Like, he had layers to him. Even though it hasn't been shown much on the big screen.
He always runs away.
Yeah, I just want to know his motivation behind why he likes the dinosaurs more than humans. Like, that's what he gives off, like, the vibe, like, oh, I'd rather everybody die instead of my dinosaurs, you know, like... And make them into weapons? Like, what type of mind state is he in? Like, you know?
Right. What I really like about his character, because he's... The way they set him up as an antagonist is he's very, very, like, minor in the first film. You don't get too much of him. But, it's hard to sense that there's any villainy from this guy. Because he just seems like a guy who's just hatching these little baby dinos, man. There's nothing really giving it away. But as the films continue and you start to see how his motivations are playing out and shit, you start to realize, holy crap, this is the central antagonist of this fucking franchise.
The whole time he was just playing nice, basically. He was a wolf in sheepskin, basically.
And you start seeing that antagonistic side of him more or less in the World franchise a lot more, the next chapter. Yeah. You start seeing him, trying to engineer these crazy fucking dinosaurs with all types of animal DNA. Now he's just going off the hinge with the way he's creating them, being the chief engineer of Engine, at one point. Now just being a fucking geneticist for Jurassic World.
Exactly.
And then escaping again. Yeah, man, he's one of those characters that's so layered, and just I can't wait to see how they play him out in the final film of the franchise, and if he fucking finally gets caught.
They're giving us the shades of him having a bit of a redemption, or him basically being disappointed and actually not regretting basically his decisions.
And in some aspects you do see regret, but then also in some of the newer trailers for Dominion, you're seeing how happy he is. The fact that the world is invaded by so many different species of dinosaurs, because these are essentially his creations, just wreaking fucking havoc
and that's
all over the world. Yeah,
that's why I love him. Layered,
very layered. He's like a fucking onion, like Shrek says.
Yeah,
he is layered to shit, man. And for those who don't know, I recently became a fan of Jurassic World Cretaceous on Netflix.
Oh, wow.
That series. It can be seen more aimed at a younger audience, absolutely. But what I really like about it is it fills in a lot of gaps. It connects a lot of things to the main canon, because it is canon. It takes place right before Jurassic World opens, a couple weeks essentially before that, and then it ties right into the first film.
Oh.
So they play it out very nicely. And in those episodes, you see... Dr. Henry Wu's antagonistic side a lot more than what the films have presented so far.
So that's something that you would have to check out if you really wanted to get into
If you really want more with Henry Wu, or just to kind of learn about Cretaceous, sorry, I'm butchering the fucking name. Cretaceous is how you pronounce it. Yeah, fuck. He's very much a big antagonist in that show. You start seeing some of the kids that are there sneak into his lab. They're finding notes of him, basically summarizing dinosaurs he's gonna fucking make. It's crazy the way they characterize him on that series. So I'm a pretty big fan of it. I have not finished it yet, but I'm still working my way through it.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I believe it's 1 to 4 seasons, something like that.
It's not bad.
And it's really good. They're not too long. And again, they really, really capture the essence of the films very well. And you're basically seeing how kids, camp children, how they have to fucking survive in this scenario. And it's horrifying. It's horrifying. We thought, in the first film where you're seeing freaking Tim and Alex fucking Murphy, Hammond's grandchildren, situate themselves with their situations with the Velociraptors. Oh my god, we're gonna talk about that scene later. and like the T-Rex and stuff like that. Like these kids go through a lot, bro, and they're dealing with all types of different dinosaurs, and they're by themselves a lot of the time. It's
so
insane.
We don't have like that role model that the movies usually get.
No, like there's two, like I want to call them the counselors, basically, but a lot of the time the counselors are not like always there, and then they have to figure out how to situate their situations, and a lot of the times they come close to dying, bro. It's fucking insane. But I don't want to roll off too much. Who would be your next favorite character?
The next one will be Owen. Owen, just because he brought a new dynamic. Like Grant brought, him being an expert in only archaeology, I believe, or paleontology. But Owen actually worked with actual live dinosaurs, and that just amazed me because he got used to the velociraptors. He grew up with them. So it's not even experience in general. It's experience with the live actual product of what Jurassic World was based off of.
And he's honestly, when you really compare him to Alan Grant, Alan Grant was definitely a professional with it, because we're talking a paleontologist. Like, he knows so much about the dinosaurs, where it's like, you see the dynamic is different with everyone. That's what I like, is everyone brings their own set of skills for the characters. So like, him being a paleontologist, Dr. Ellie Sadler being a paleobotanist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have Ian Malcolm, who specializes in chaos theory and is also a gifted mathematician. That's what I love about the franchise. Like, all these characters have different things they bring. So, like, Owen Grady was awesome and amazing to me as well, because of the way he can train them and the way they react to him in certain ways. Exactly. They still have that aspect of, like, I want to attack and eat.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, with him, they have, like, a bond. Especially Blue. Especially Blue.
Blue is the reason why.
She's best girl. I love her so much.
Nah, Owen to me was a badass. I think I can't wait to see him in this new movie. I want to see his dynamic, but we'll go to, like, their interactions later on. But just his dynamic, I want to see how it goes.
Yeah, like the way they're gonna play out or balance out the OGs and the new Gs, it's gonna be amazing to see that. So
because legacy characters and then their new cast is
like,
I'm curious.
Yeah, like OGs, new Gs, legacies. Like, I fucking love when they do this with franchises. It's just so cool to see it happen, because I never thought that they would cross them, and now the fact that Dominion is wrapping the franchise by bringing them in as well to help them, that's amazing.
I think some honorable mentions would have been Ian Malcolm, but you know me, I like my main characters. Owen just was different.
That's okay. Hey, don't shit on Ian. Ian's a main character.
I shit on Ian, but to be honest, Chris Pratt had the motorcycle, man. That's where he got me.
All right, that's all right. You see, what I like about Ian is Ian has the quips, man.
The quips?
He's got the little quips, the little jokes, the little one-liners.
Let me hear your top three. Let's see what's up.
If we got to get into my top three, it's going to be a little different. If I got to go with my number one, I'm definitely going to go with Alan Grant as well. So I guess we do have that in common. He's amazing. He's the first main character we see in the franchise in the opening moments. Of course, they balance him out with Ellie and then the arrival of Hammond and stuff like that. Yeah. But the fact that he opens up the franchise with his speech and the little kid who's fucking shitting on him, trying to say, that doesn't sound scary, like stuff like that. And then he threatens him with the Velociraptor claw. I fucking love that. I'm like, okay, this guy right here, man, is a force. I love it. So Alan Grant is just fucking amazing. I just love him. And he does a lot. Like, he doesn't even like kids, essentially. This is one thing I really like about him. He hates children, right? But in that first movie, man, he saved Hammond's grandchildren so many times, to the point where he actually didn't mind them by the end of the film. He built a bond with them, and he's not even blood related to them.
No, not at all.
So,
it's survival at the end of the day, too. Like, wouldn't you feel kind of messed up if some kids, like, kind of died on your account? Like, that would be...
Yeah, like he essentially took that, like, I have to protect them. Like, a fatherly role. Like, I have to protect them because these are children, and I know more about these dinosaurs, obviously, than them, and I just have to protect them for Hammond. Like, I have to do it. It's my responsibility to protect these kids.
It was him that had, like, the moral compass. Like,
exactly.
You could rely on, what's-his-face, buddy that got hit with the venom from the
Oh
Dilophosaurus.
my God, are we talking about Ned?
Yes, Ned.
Oh,
We couldn't count on
man.
Ned, I'm
It's
sorry.
Dennis fucking Nedry. Ugh.
Dennis!
Mister,
Dennis
I'm
the
gonna
Menace.
go ahead and steal embryos and get fucked. Which,
Yeah.
another fun fact, Creme Cretaceous talks about the damn long-lost Barbasol bottle.
Oh, the one that he left when
The one
he
that got
hit.
covered in mud. Yes, that
Oh
gets
my God.
brought up again. That is why I like that damn show so
Easter
much.
egg.
Yeah,
Holy
man.
shit.
They literally bring back like buried little things from the films. It's so great. All right, so Alan's my number one. If I have to go to number two, fuck. This is hard to do a top three, I tell you, because like if we did like a top five, it's a little easier, but it's all right. I'm definitely gonna put Ian Malcolm. I'm a sucker for Jeff Goldblum.
Okay.
I love the way he quips. I love his one-liners.
I saw that coming. But
Yeah, like he's just great. He carries the second film of the franchise, The Lost World.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even Alan's movie. It's Ian's movie. And you don't get that a lot. Like, if there's one thing I would have wanted them to do is each film center on a centric character out of the main three. Like, with the first film, it had moments for everyone, but Alan very much had some standout moments. And so did Ellie, and so did Ian. But mostly Alan and Ellie had her moments, too. But that was, to me, is a very much an Alan film. Alan Grant stole that fucking film.
Yeah,
With the second movie, it's all Ian Malcolm, bro. Like, it's his fucking movie. And that's what I liked. And I wish with Jurassic Park 3, they would have had it be more of an Ellie Sattler-centric film. Because she can very much carry her own movie. She had some excellent scenes in the first film.
Kind of like taking turns between the main characters.
Right, like giving them a film that fleshes each of them out more than the other ones. Because, like, with the first film, definitely more Alan Grant. And they even gave him another centralized role with Jurassic Park 3. Even though I'm not a fan of that movie, it's great to still see Alan back.
Yeah.
And then with Lost World, like, you get Ian and a lot of Ian and a side of Ian that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Besides his little quips, you see him being a father. You see him saving, you know, his love interest. You see him saving his daughter, and seeing how he handles the scenario being stuck. Like, dude, the scenes where where he's facing raptors by himself, no weapons, shit was tense as hell. And he survived. He did it. He lived, man.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's one of the OGs. And the reason why he's still alive is because he's up there with Alan.
He's up there, right? Regardless, Ian Malcolm is a goldmine of a character. So he's my number two.
Nice.
If I have to go with a number three, this is where it gets hard because, you know, I would love to say Ellie Sattler's my number three, but I love her so much. But no, my number three is going to be Owen Grady, for sure. I'm not being sexist by just putting males in the top three because I love the female characters too. Like, if I had to go down to 4 and 5, Ellie and Claire Dearing would definitely be there, for sure. Because those are like my top 5 altogether. But it's Alan Grant, Ian Malcolm, and Owen fucking Grady.
Yeah.
Must I say more? No, because we already broke down Owen Grady. What makes him such a great character? Another character who never freaks out. He never freaks out.
No.
He keeps his composure in every scenario he gets in, and all he tries to do is progress forward. No matter how dangerous it is, he does his best. Yeah. You could see it in his face. He's like, shit, how am I going to get out of this? But he always figures out how to get out of scenarios.
Very
he helped save Claire's nephews. Like, again, he pulled an Alan Grant with that. And he's very fucking intelligent. When he had to come face to face with the Indominus Rex for the first time, when he cut the frickin', I think it was the oil wire on the bottom of the Jeep, and just spread the oil all over him to kind of try to mask his scent, that was fucking amazing. I'm like, holy fucking shit, that's fast thinking, bro. Yeah. He's trying to mask that scent right away so he can make a great escape from that shit. Because, again, that scenario was crazy. Or the other scenario where one of the dumbass workers fell into the Velociraptor cage, and he had to literally go in there, calm them enough time for him to get out before their damn hunting instincts kicked in. That guy's got balls, bro, at the end of the day. And I love seeing his dynamic with Claire. I want them to be endgame. You know what I'm saying? Like, the second movie, they seem like they separated again. Well, you kind of compare, because, like, the first movie, they agreed to go on dates. They never really showed the dates, but by the end of that film, like, it seemed like there was definitely some romance going. Second film, they worked together, but then they weren't together anymore. Like, I'm like, fuck, it's want
a roller coaster.
Yeah, like, it's a back and forth, and I want Endgame. I want them to be together, bro. It's like Alan and fucking Ellie. Like, you guys are killing me, man.
We don't know as of yet, but I mean, it would be nice. I mean, I don't know if you heard an article about that, but they actually were very uncomfortable with that because I believe Alan was like 20 years older. So they actually interviewed her, the actress of Ellie Sattler, and she actually felt uncomfortable. So I was just like, wow. So I don't know what dynamic they're going to go in with this new movie, but if you guys check out the article, it should be, you
could always find those interviews online.
Yeah, but, if they do end up together, that'll be awesome, because now you got the power couple. You got the OGs that ended up eventually together,
That's, I could love to see it, man. So I really hope we get that, I really, really hope that we get that good ending, for these damn couples. But that's basically, my top 3 favorite characters, top 5, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, those are my go-tos.
Nice. Okay, man. Our next one would be favorite dinosaurs, and it'll be only top 3 because there's so many. Would you want to go first on this one?
I mean, sure. Let's see. So, oh my god, I love so many dinosaurs in this franchise, but
this one's going to be a hard one too.
It is. It's very difficult. Velociraptors obviously are always going to be my number ones. I love those fuckers so much.
Yes.
I just do. They look cool. They're fast as hell, and they all have like nice little color schemes. Every film they have different designs. Where like with the, with World they had different colors with like Echo and Delta and Blue with a nice blue stripe on her. Like, I just think that was really fucking cool. And the fact that the way they work together, the way they call each other, how they have an organized way to communicate, to hunt, and the way they hunt. Again, clever gal. They're so damn smart. So they're just, I love them. As a collective, they're some of the best fucking dinosaurs that this franchise has.
I love the fact that they're pack hunters. I love their little nail, their
little tap. Yes. It's like they're doing Morse code to each other, basically. Like, hey, don't do this.
Warning.
Like, hey, don't go here. Or, like, remember in Lost... No, I'm going to save that when we talk about our favorite scenarios.
They're basically... Velociraptors are mini T-Rexes. That's what I think fucking it. Like, they're still dangerous. They're, like, they stand, 6 feet tall?
Yep,
so.
And they're just as dangerous as a damn T-Rex, in my opinion.
So fucking fast. Oh, my God. I forgot. What was the top speed for them? Correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. I used to have a fact book about Velociraptors, and I think top speed was about 70 miles an hour. Which is about as fast as a cheetah.
Let's see.
So
hold on, I can find out.
Well,
it says.
Well, Andrew looks that up.
Yeah, go for it. Keep going.
Yeah, man, Velociraptors, and they always have a section of each movie with them in it. So they're so loved by the audience. So
it says 40 miles per hour.
40 miles. Okay, that's
whereas a cheetah is like 70 up to 75.
Okay, so I was off by a lot, but 40 miles an hour. So a moving car.
It's still pretty damn fast for a damn dinosaur, man.
You're not escaping.
No. We're not running 40.
No. Unless you like Usain Bolt, but nah. One time thing. That's it. Ain't nobody gonna be running like him. But wow, okay.
Yeah. All right. And if I gotta go with the next one, I'm gonna say the Dilophosaurus.
Nice. Okay.
I like the design a lot. The design is fucking great, and when they get scary, they get fucking scary, man. The flapped skin on the side that comes out, it sounds like...
Oh, it sounds like a rattlesnake, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is... Like, at first, they kind of pull you in with their cute sounds and stuff, and you don't see the side skins come out. But when they're ready to attack, it comes out, and then they have that black sludge that they spit out at you that can blind you. Like, they're nothing to fuck with. I'm sorry.
Fucking smart
but they're so cool, man. The design. Like, seeing that scene where Ned got completely fucked by them was just so great.
I think it's a vicious creature. You know why? Because it played nice at first.
That's what I'm saying. They have the little cute sounds that they do to pull you in. And then they play that little cute thing by rotating their head and shit. And then when they get you where they want you, that's when they unleash the damn flaps and hit you with that black sludge, bro. It's some scary fucking shit. It's a crazy defense mechanism that they have, I'm telling you.
Fucking smart, man.
But that's why they're like some of my favorites, because I love the design that they did for it. Like, I couldn't imagine coming face to face with one. I'd be fucked.
No.
I'd be both fascinated and completely fucked over.
Oh, no, yeah. You'd probably be a little dazed with the colors inside of the little,
You fucking know it. Like, there's no way I would survive that, but I would be so damn fascinated. I'm telling you.
And it's not big.
No, they're not.
The is like 4 feet.
They're not. They're very small.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably a little beefier than the Compasauruses, because those are obviously the teeniest, but they're not that bad compared to like a Velociraptor. They're smaller, but again, the way they can bring in their damn prey is very, very much effective and very scary in a lot of fucking ways.
I'm glad Ned got it. I don't give a shit.
I honestly, yeah, fuck that guy. If I have to go with my next one, I'm going to obviously say the most iconic fucking thing of this franchise. It is the face of every symbol of the franchise. The damn T-Rex, man.
T-Rex, nice.
Our Tyrannosaurus. It's such a great fucking dinosaur that they brought the same T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park back to Jurassic World, and it's had the same scars that it got from the end of the first from fighting the Velociraptors. How many people, I want to just ask people, when you went to go see Jurassic World years later, did you even realize that was the same OG T-Rex from the first film? Because I freaked out in the theater when I saw it, because I'm like, yo, I can see the scars. This is the same fucking dinosaur from the first one.
It had a lot to it. It had to be. It had to be. And there was so many ways of bringing back the old movies. I think that was a great way to do it.
Awesome. And then they saved his reveal for the very end, where they're having that climax final battle against the Indominus Rex. To see that thing go up against Indominus, that shit, man, it made the Indominus look like a bitch. I'm sorry. That's an OG right there, bro. Hands down.
To be fair, the Indominus got tag team, but still, though.
He got tag team, but he still was able to kill
T-Rex got little arms.
The fucking Velociraptors. The only one that was left was Blue. That's it.
Yeah.
He killed all the other ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. He did get tag team because it ended up getting dragged underwater by the fucking Mosasaurus anyways. But dude, the OG T-Rex was clapping that.
No.
Yeah, he was slapping that, bro. That shit was awesome.
He sunned him at the end.
I swear, it was great. It was great. And the iconic roar. It always gets me. The iconic roar, man. Especially at the end of the first one where the Jurassic Park banners are falling as it's fucking screaming and its tail's up and shit.
Yes.
Chills. I love the T-Rex. But those are my top 3. Honorable mentions, definitely the freaking Spinosaurus. I love the Spinosaurus.
Interesting, the Spinosaurus. Okay.
That's a good one. The Indominus Rex I do like a lot too. The design of a pale dinosaur was really cool to me.
Ooh, yeah.
And then I really like the Triceratops. There's something about them I just like. I don't know what it is, the design, the way they walk, they're just adorable to me. So, and a Compassaurus too would be my last honorable mention. I just think they're cute as fuck. They can be deadly if they're in a pack, of course, but they're cute. They're so small.
I like it. I like it.
But that's my favorite. What about you, Cave? What are your favorites?
All right, so I always liked the Triceratops. Triceratops, when I was watching Power Rangers, I was all about the Blue Ranger.
Triceratops
is my favorite character. Billy was the shit. Okay,
remember when I told you I met Billy?
Yeah, I remember that.
He was so nice, bro. Nicest guy ever.
What? So Triceratops, I like the horns. He's armored. I love the Triceratops. Though when it was sick, I was just like, "Yo, okay." So the first movie,
when Ellie went up breathing and she studied his shit pile.
Yes, yes, which was disgusting. But
it was gross, but I mean, she. That's her job to see what it may have ingested that made him sick. But yeah, they're so cute. I agree.
They're great. But I thought in my head, if that thing wasn't sick, that thing is probably a force to be reckoned with.
It definitely is. I would say they're more calm than most of the dinosaurs in the Jurassic franchise. Yes. However, when you fuck with their children, you get fucked. They saw what happens when you mess with their kids.
It's like a gentle giant. If you fuck with me, Jesus,
the horns come out.
Exactly. Number 2, I'll have to give it to the Velociraptor because I love Velociraptor.
Yeah, of course. Listen, if you didn't have them in your top 3, I would be shunning you right now because the Velociraptors are fucking iconic. Come on.
Yes, and my third one is the underdog, the pterodons, the birds.
Yes, I always get confused. Is there a difference, and please correct me if I'm wrong, between a pterodactyl and a pterodon? I know like they had like the cross-genetic ones in Jurassic World with the different looking body parts and shit. But like pterodactyls, pterodons, are they the same? Is there a way to pronounce it?
I believe, man, if I'm not mistaken, because I haven't researched myself, but I believe the pterodactyl was from a different era from the Jurassic era. So Jurassic era was way after the Triassic and these other eras.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So,
that makes sense. They evolved over time.
They evolved. So basically, any winged dinosaur, I'm cool with. Like the pterodons and all that stuff.
They're cool. I like seeing them at the end of the first one.
They're fucking savage. Part 3, I think that was one of the reasons I like that so much.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
That was, and Jurassic World, when they're getting chased by, when that bird cage broke out.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Lord have mercy on those fucking people, especially the Claire's assistant.
Yes. Oh.
That bitch got dipped.
Yo.
How many times?
What she got?
That was brutal, but...
She didn't get picked up by one dinosaur.
She picked up, like, what, 2, 3 of them? Bro.
And then she got the money shot at the end, so...
Mosasaurus's jaws are a reckoned force.
Yo. That was my top 3.
Any honorable mentions for you?
Stegosaurus.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Stegosaurus, I like the spiny tail. It reminds me of like a warhammer.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
The little mini ones, I forgot what they're called. They're really tiny ones.
Is that not the Compys?
The Compys.
Yeah, the Compysaurus.
The Compysauruses are great.
They're cute. That's what I said. Like, obviously, if you have hundreds of them, it's a dangerous situation, but they're adorable. Like, 1 or 2 of them you can handle, I'm pretty damn sure, compared to these other fucking massive breeds. But I'm sorry, like, I'm that idiot that, like, if I was in this scenario, I would probably die because I would be just too fascinated by them. Because I love dinosaurs so much that I'd just be like... You're the
curious one. You would just stand there.
I would just literally be like, this is fucking beautiful. Gulp.
Wow. The T-Rex is so beautiful. Gulp.
For real, that's me. I'd be too gullible because
fucking,
I would be just embracing them. They're just adorable.
I thought I was going to survive with you if we ever had to
you
live out.
You have to pull me out of these scenarios because I'm going to be just so fascinated. Like, look at the dinosaurs. Oh shit, the jaws are coming.
Andrew, this is not the movies. This is real life. He's going to eat you.
It's real life. Get it together.
And he's right there. Oh shit.
I'd be the idiot. All right, that covers another awesome fucking topic. This is going great so far. All right, so the next topic that we can talk about is the different types of islands. Now, as you know, the franchise is very iconic for its islas. I'm just going to say it like that. You know what Isla Nublar, Isla Sorna. What's crazy about it is there's actually 5 fucking islands.
5 of them.
Los cinco muertos.
Las cinco muertes, sí. The 5 deaths, as they call it.
Right, and that...
Fun fact.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, break it down.
Fun fact. Isla Nublar is not part of the 5 deaths, but is located east of those 5 deaths.
Yep, which is... It's insane.
You would think, because it's the first movie, they would go canon, but no.
It's still considered canon, but you'd think they would have covered more of the other islands, and they really didn't branch out to those islands, not even with the World franchise, which I was kind of sad-faced about, because can you imagine if they had their own, like, dinosaurs that they created and had on those islands, too?
You mean, like, unique types? And those
like that were unique to those specific islands, and if those islands had a different habitat. Like, we don't even know what those islands look like. Like, that's the thing that always killed me. Like, the 5 deaths to me was always fascinating because besides Sorna, you had Peña, Muerte, Tacanao, and El Mantanceros. Like, I want to see those islands. Like, what the hell do you guys have hiding on there?
I'm curious. And I'm curious if those islands still exist in that world and if they have dinosaurs on them as well. Because... the island went by, like, what was it, the one that blew up at the end of Fallen
The volcanic eruption, I believe, in Fallen Kingdom. That might have been Nublar. I think Nublar is gone.
So Nublar is just done.
Right.
And so we still have Sorna and the rest of the Isla de la Muerte. So,
yeah, like, I don't know why they thought, like, hey, we're not going to show these other islands, but we're going to mention them in the first film with this little quick shot of the islands on the little computer screen. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Ray Arnold, which was Samuel L. Jackson's character, who had it, like, pulled up for, like, that quick moment. And it's just like, shit. So there's all these other islands. You would think there could be a possibility that they might have, genetically engineered dinosaurs for those islands, too, as well. But they never really went into that. Nothing really went into that, which was very interesting to me. because it was just, I don't know, it was just weird to me. Like, I believe it was, Isla Nublar. Isla Nublar in Fallen Kingdom basically, it was Mount Siebel that was placed on Isla Nublar, erupted, and that's what basically destroyed it, which is an iconic scene for me personally. That's one of my favorite scenes in that film, is the destruction of Isla Nublar, because that shit was tense. For so many reasons. But yeah, like, for those who didn't know, there are other islands. They just never really went into them. Like Isla Sorna and Isla Nublar were like the main two they always had their main focus on. But now they've completely shifted outside of the islands.
Yeah.
You know, with the dinosaurs by the end of Fallen Kingdom being released into the world, now we're looking at a worldwide invasion of so many different species of dinosaurs, which is fucking awesome and fascinating, but also absolutely fucking horrifying. Can you imagine as a kid walking to school and seeing a giant dinosaur come running to you?
Oh.
Like, it's just, you have to learn how to live with that threat consistently. That's so scary, man.
Yo, I would not know what to do.
Me neither. Like, honestly, like, in that scenario, again, fascinated by them, but your everyday life is affected. You can't even go shopping or go to the cinema. Like, at any moment, a fucking T-Rex would just break into the fucking theater and just start grabbing you.
Listen, till this day, I still believe that God killed them for a reason, because God knows what would happen if we both co-lived with each other.
Right?
So,
like, no. Yeah. They had their time as little beautiful bastards.
I forgot what I was going to say about these islands. Oh, so the scenery captured in these wonderful movies, most of them actually came from scenery from Hawaii. And so a lot of these is like, they look so gorgeous, people think it's Costa Rica. Partially, right. I think some of them were shot in Costa Rica.
There were some shots for Costa Rica, but as you stated, it was mostly Hawaii. Which they do that in a lot of movies. They'll have a certain location, but it's not really that location. Yeah. But it still looks fucking nice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is how you know, like, man, yeah, I gotta go to Hawaii one day.
That's on the list.
Yeah, for sure. That's so beautiful. But, yeah, like, take us to our next topic, Cave.
So, besides that, the favorite scenes in movies, whatever captured our attention from that movie, whatever we remember the iconic scenes, I would love to start off with you. Like, I mean, what scenes?
Oh, there's so many.
There's a lot. That's why
there's so many.
Because as I'm asking you, I'm thinking about mine. So I'm like,
there's so many, but all right.
How about this? You choose some, and then I'll choose the ones that you have not.
Okay, we could do that. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard because I know you're going to agree with most of the ones that I say.
Yeah.
All right, let me go with the first one. I would think one of the very first iconic scenes for me that I still can rewatch till this fucking day is when the T-Rex broke out of the cage in the first film.
Oh, okay.
Just seeing the thumps, the water moving, the fucking Jeep stopping.
Yo.
You know, the kids getting stuck in the Jeep and the damn fucking T-Rex just breaking through the top of the damn Jeep. Like, what's crazy, fun fact, is that obviously was an animatronic, but it literally, like, it wasn't supposed to break into the Jeep the way it did. Mm-hmm. That was like an accident the way it happened because it was very forceful. Yeah. But they actually continued to film it because they were just like, the kids are terrified, this just fits. Right. So the kids are actually genuinely fucking scared in that scene. It's nuts, but
that actually was genuine. Like
it's genuine terror. Like, holy shit, this thing actually broke through this thing too much. But the way they did that scene was horrifying, especially for the kids, because it's like, yo, the kids, man, like not the adults, like the kids get fucked. They have to get the first taste of this happening. Mm-hmm. So that scene right there to me is super iconic. Another scene that I really like in The Lost World, the second film or second entry, is when the everybody was moving through the tall grass and you can see different angles and different, like, the velociraptors slowly just moving in the grass.
Just getting closer?
And they're just slowly getting closer from all angles, and you just start seeing them jump and attack everyone because they're basically in their... It's like a little ring they make around them. And you just slowly see them sneaking in and just like, yo, we're about to tear you up.
If I'm not mistaken, that was right outside the lab they found.
Yeah.
And then that's what the velociraptors caught them. They were just right out.
That shit scary. That was insane. It was intense as hell. Love it. If there's another scene that I really like, Owen Grady's first interaction with the Indominus Rex. Sorry, catch my train of thoughts. Intense, as I mentioned earlier, how he had to mask his scent how he had to freaking try to get out of there quick when he realized that this thing didn't actually fucking jump over this wall. It scratched it to make me think it jumped over the wall. It's still in here. Shit. That right there is when he realized, I'm not fucking with a normal dinosaur here. This is a smart fucking dinosaur. And also the other scene in that film to me that was iconic is when the people who worked for the park, the security guard, basically the army people, were basically trying to like hunt it. And then this thing is literally hiding in the bushes, and they don't even fucking see it because it's camouflaging because of its the frog DNA that it has mixed into its.
Yes. Which, by the way, why?
Why exactly? Why would you even make something so damn terrifying? So
it was chameleon or something.
It was a chameleon, a tree frog, also
and, something else.
It was a couple other things. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but like those two primary damn DNA strands that they used for it made it a horrifying fucking thing. And of course, the destruction of Isla Nublar to me was beautiful. As much as people don't like Fallen Kingdom had some very, very nice cinematography. And the scene where that island is getting erupted by the volcano is fucking crazy. Mount Sibo, like seeing Owen and them trying to get out of there. Seeing Owen fucking temporarily paralyzed, trying to like move his body from the lava as it's getting closer to him, or Claire, and the other kid. I'm gonna say other kid because he screams. Franklin, there you go.
Franklin
who screams so much, who's so annoying.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu.
That's where I know
there he is. Yep. Fucking Franklin, screaming way too much like a bitch. But anyways, the when he was stuck in the gyrosphere at Claire, that shit was fucking crazy. So. Those are some of my favorites. I want to mention more, but I don't want to take all of them because there's a scene with Ellie running away from the Velociraptor, or the kitchen scene too. But I'm gonna let Cave give you his.
Definitely the kitchen scene.
Yeah, like I also love that scene so damn much. God.
Okay, so let's just say you never seen a dinosaur before. You just see the reflection on it on your kitchen cabinet. Are you kidding me? And you think you're gonna get eaten, but no.
It's just fucking with you.
That was blue balls out the ass. That was just like, wow, it's coming for me, not reflection. Kitchen scene was a classic. I loved it.
It's very iconic, and they've parodied that scene in so many movies now.
I think I never clinched so hard in that scene because when the Velociraptors were on top of the counters, both of them
doing the infamous call just to like literally be like, all right, come over here. They're literally communicating.
When that happened, I was like, fam, get out. He's calling backup. Fam. He's
insane and tense and absolutely horrifying. That's definitely a horror moment of that film, man.
That first one. A second one, I would have to say the birdcage in part 3, when the pterodons actually ripped out of the spear and started chasing Grant and everybody else.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Not too much of a fan of that film again, but it had some good stuff, some stuff there that worked, and that was a good sequence because they never really did a sequence like that. Like the birdcage sequence was never done in any of the other films. World brought it back in a way.
Right.
With the Indominus and what the hell was his name? Masrani and the helicopter. So that was pretty cool to see it, kind of like a little homage to it in a way. Mm-hmm. But it was fully realized in Jurassic Park 3.
I think they thought about it. They were like, yo, this scene was actually pretty dope, and it was different. So
absolutely. It was different, and again, nice cinematography for the time that film came out. It still holds up. It still looks pretty nice till this day.
Yeah, man.
So
I would have to go with the Dilophosaurus as well with Ned.
Oh yeah,
that was iconic.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That man was not going anywhere with those damn embryos. No, it was not happening.
No, I thought the bigger dinosaurs were the scarier ones, but Jurassic Park teaches you like don't sleep on the little ones
because the little ones can fuck you up just as well as the bigger ones. Like, dude, they're crazy. Dinosaurs are scary, fascinating, but they're terrifying.
Yeah. And last but not least, I would have to go with you seen the opening for the Fallen Kingdom where the Mosasaurus sunk the submarine?
Oh, when they were fishing, the fishermen. Yo, can you imagine being one of those fishermen?
I would
be like, you could just eat me now because, like, first of all, the Mosasaurus to me, I think he's one of the more uglier ones for sure, but he's so scary.
Yo, Okay, so compared to the size of the Mosasaurus to the submarine was probably like a marble inside of his mouth.
Dude, the thing is scary as fuck. Can you imagine being on a cruise ship and getting dragged down because of that thing? That thing is having lunch. That is an open buffet for him. He's just like,
and it was the murky water for me. It was at night, so I was like, no, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah, no. The fact that thing just was like, I'm gonna slip away at the end of Jurassic World. Bye.
No.
He literally pulled one of those byes and just dipped out, bro. So I still like that they always mention what he's been up to.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I'm pretty damn sure in Jurassic World Dominion they're gonna show him again.
Yeah.
I just definitely want to see what he's been up to. Like, where the fuck is he swimming today? Who the fuck's he attacking? Is he eating surfers? Is he eating people at the beach? Like, what's up?
It looks like, according to the trailer.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to eat a surfer. That's fucking horrifying. Can you imagine surfing an awesome wave, getting that accomplishment of surfing that wave, and seeing this giant beast come towards you?
Yeah.
I would shit myself. Like, oh my god. That's one thing that is not a cute dinosaur. That's an ugly boy.
No, that shit is.
It's a scary boy.
I'm trying to think of something else. Definitely honorable mention. I would have to see Spinosaurus when it was just swimming in the water and all you see was the back of its scale.
Oh yeah, and then the spine started slowly sticking out.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a pretty tense sequence. I'm telling you, not my favorite, but again, there are some scenes in there that work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That work. Maybe if they cut out the Kirby storyline, but yeah.
Kirby was annoying as well.
They just made every scene just intolerable sometimes, but good stuff. Again, good stuff.
Yeah.
If I gotta say another honorable mention, I'm gonna mention Camp Cretaceous. I've been fucking up the name this whole time. Crustaceous. There you go. Butchering it. Damn. There's one scene in that show where the kids have to go along this zip line to another tower because the camp that they're staying at, which is like a tree camp, is getting attacked by the damn Indominus Rex. And this thing starts hopping to try to eat them as they're trying to zip line to the other side. I'm telling you, Cave, some of the sequences in that show are just as tense as in the film.
I'm going to have to give that a look, man. I appreciate the suggestion because your boy just got on Netflix. A little late, but it's all good.
No, it's never too late.
I keep seeing it on my suggestions because you know me, like, always with the...
I'm telling you, like, it does give you that... This looks like it's very kiddish. Again, it does appeal to the kids, but there's some scenarios in there that's like, okay, yeah. Yeah, this is appealing to the older fans for damn sure. So, yeah, that's an honorable mention for me. That scene was tense as hell. There's actually another scene that I'm going to mention, too, where the kids are on a train trying to escape. You know, because this is now tying into Jurassic World where they're trying to get all the citizens who are on the island to get off with the boats, and they don't make it to the boats on time. And their fucking bullet train is getting chased by a pterodactyl. And we're talking about the, like, cross-genetic ones that they made.
Oh, yeah.
And they're attacking the train and ripping it open from the top. Yeah, these kids go through some shit. I'm telling you, man. Great show.
Man, would you want to go to the... Actually... Wasn't that something you wanted to talk about too?
Yeah, so something that was pretty cool is after John Hammond pretty much couldn't have the park anymore, Masrani Global Corporation bought it. And Masrani is actually a lot more... He's really nice. Honestly, I gotta say that as a character, he's really sweet. He was actually genuinely horrified when he discovered that they were cross-geneticizing these fucking dinosaurs. Like, when he found out about the Indominus, he was like, what the hell is this? This dinosaur can go. Like, how can we have this for families?
Like who was in charge? And then he kind of looked at himself. He's like, it was me.
It was me. Like, I authorized this. Like, holy crap. And he realized that, and that's why he really tried to help them a lot. But unfortunately, he met his end pretty damn quickly.
Man,
it sucked.
I gotta ask, man. Since we're going into this new movie, like, what are some things that you're looking forward to?
The pairings.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. The pairings. The OGs with the new peoples. The pairings. I can't wait to see. I really want a sequence with Claire and Ellie. Just them two. A whole scene with them two. I want that. I want Alan and Owen to have they're gonna have some great chemistry. I see it now. And then Ian Malcolm back with his damn quips. Yes. I can't wait to see all of that. Some other stuff that I'm looking forward to is seeing how much of different parts of the world have been affected by this dinosaur invasion. Yes.
Oh, dude.
Like, if they show us scenes from, like, because it looked like in the trailer if I'm not mistaken, it looked like they're in Antarctica at one point. It looked like at one point they're in Italy, which is pretty cool to me because if they're going to start traveling around, that's pretty dope. Like, I want to see, like, Japan. How's Japan been affected? How has England been affected? Like, how far have they spread? Because they have to be all over the world at this point.
It just reminds me of, like, a task force that's being deployed to collect all the dinosaurs.
Right.
It kind of reminds me of that.
Like, trying to kind of see the situation, trying to situate the situation, like, maybe trying to take them out. It's just kind of hard. I personally don't think they're going to be able to control it because the damage, it's too much damage control, bro.
It's a lot.
Not to mention some of them have been breeding. Like, Blue had a baby. And what's weird about it is they technically they don't need to have intercourse to have babies. They can just hatch.
Right, exactly.
So that's insane.
Didn't they mention in the first movie that they were all female, though?
They did. They did. So I'm not surprised that there's now baby dinos probably all up out there.
That's probably why Ian Malcolm is losing his shit in the trailer because he's just like, wait, hold the fuck up. It's like, you're telling me that they're all over the place. You're telling me that this is definitely like pure chaos. What he studies best, chaos theory. I'm actually looking forward to one specific thing, and it's the type of breeds that they.
There's so many new ones.
Yeah.
There's so many new...
Because I saw like 3 different T-Rexes.
Yes, there's one called the Gigantosaurus.
The Gigantosaurus.
I can't wait to see it.
The Cantosaurus, or the one that basically has the horns that looks like...
If you guys look at any of like the toys, remember that we went to Target recently and we saw a lot of the toys? The toys are basically showing you a lot of the newer dinosaurs. And there's some crazy shit. There was one, I don't even think it's a Velociraptor, but it looked like one, had feathered arms and can swim in water.
Yes.
Why would you make something like that? Like, what is going on?
So Buddy flies and he swims? Okay, I've never seen... Actually, us humans can't even really do that.
What can you do to that? What can you do to that?
You could shoot it. You could... Damn.
I mean, you could try to, but, like, if it gets into the water...
That's it.
It's yeah, and there's a sequence where, like, Owen's trying to capture it or trying to fend it off, and it swims into the water and starts circling right under the ice, bro. Yeah. It's fucking scary.
Adaptability 100%.
I'm telling you. I can't. I'm trying to see if I can find like some of the like newer dinosaurs that they have.
While you're on Twitter, speaking of that,
yes.
We wanted to start a movement. Remember that? Like we were saying, what hashtags would you do as soon as this movie starts? So we're gonna actually start like a little trend to see, what you guys think.
By the way, before we start this, so the feathered dinosaur is called the Pyroraptor.
A Pyroraptor?
Pyroraptor. They have so many new ones. And the one that was chasing Owen is called an Atrociraptor. That's not even a normal Velociraptor. Yes. Okay. There's new long necks that are called Dreadnoughts. What? There's another raptor called an Alviraptor. Like, bro, I can't even make this shit up. I can't even make this up.
This is going to be great.
Yeah, like, what else do we have? There's some of these names I can't even pronounce. This is how insane this is. Like, there's one that's called, and I'm going to butcher this. It's Quetzalcoatlus.
Ooh.
Quetzalcoatl. It's literally a pterodon. It's a new pterodon.
It's a new pterodon? Ooh, you know me about my wings.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get another one. And then, you have returnings like the Ankylosaurus, the Apatosaurus, the Mosasaurus. Yes, he's been confirmed. Yay. I was wondering. Okay. The pterodons for sure are coming back.
Yes.
Yep. The Nosferaptus. Oh my God. The Allosaurus.
Oh, okay.
Allosauruses are back. Oh my God. The Carnotaurus is back.
Carnotaurus. That's the T-Rex.
The Dilophosauruses are back.
The Dilophosaurus absolutely are, and they have a new breed.
Oh,
I love it.
My God. So yeah, we eating with this new entry. We eating. All right, so the movement that we wanted to try to do was, like, on Twitter especially, is make a hashtag. Like, what would you do if you were in the scenario of Jurassic World or even Park? Like, more or less World. Because if you were in a fully realized open park, what would you do if you were a part of that, the citizens who had to deal with the damn outbreak of the park? Like, what would you tweet? Like, oh no.
Hashtag Jurassic Breakout.
Yeah, like.
So if you guys do that, that's the new hashtag.
Yep, like, oh no, these animatronics look so real.
Oh my God, these animatronics look so real. I can't believe this pterodon is coming towards me.
I can't believe this gyrosphere is turning the other way. What is this giant thing?
God.
Like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
CGI is so real now. You imagine? And that shit doesn't click for them. They're just like, oh, damn.
They didn't even get to... What if
this fake shit is real.
What if they tweet it and you just see a bunch of fucking letters at the end because they just got totally fucked?
Yeah. Just FG. LOL.
Listen, I'm telling you. So, like, that'll be a little fun thing if anyone wants to join in on that.
Ow.
But...
They finally turned down the AC. Where is the AC? Somebody call John Hammond to him turn on the AC.
Oh my God, where is John Hammond? Oh my God.
I just told this guy totally decapitate this velociraptor. I think his name was Grady. Wow.
Listen, just countless scenarios.
Wow.
What more do you feel like you would love to add to this awesome conversation we've been having, Mr. Cave?
I say, guys, go see it on June 10th. We're going to go actually see it.
Absolutely. And we're probably going to do a big screen for this because...
Yes. Dolby?
Yeah, probably Dolby.
Probably Dolby.
I have to hear that nice bass and... it's or we could do 4DX. That new theater opened up.
Yes.
So that's also an... Yeah, we're getting excited.
Option.
Like, it's coming up. It's coming up. So... please support it. It's the final film in the franchise. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to make a lot of fucking money. Because, you know...
And take your peeps, man. Maybe they'll remember some of the OGs from their original
It's definitely
film,
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's definitely a film to bring... You know, if you have your OGs still, your OG fans, bring them. Because this is for them more so than the newer generation. But it's also for both, in a way. Man. It's a culmination of... the classic films and the new films, and this is it. This is the final film. I don't think we're getting any more after this.
No, I don't think so.
They pretty much said that's the conclusion to everything.
I think this is a nice message in all of this chaos. I think it's more like what Ian and Malcolm says, don't try to play God.
Do not
play
Do
God.
not, because they definitely fucked up by letting them loose.
You know, if the government has any bright ideas out there, don't do it.
Seriously, like, no, we don't need that. They've had their time, unfortunately. I would love to see one in real life, but no, it's not meant to be.
Who wouldn't want to ride a velociraptor or something?
It's not meant to be, man. It's not meant to be.
I think it was a great episode, man. I think we went through a lot. We're excited for the movie.
For sure.
Guys, go and follow us and subscribe. And if you'd like the podcast episode, just let us know what else you like to see.
Yes.
I know we have a couple more episodes coming up, things about like Stranger Things.
Yes, we're doing a Stranger Things episode.
We have to do Stranger
Things.
Things.
There's like no doubt in my mind. To anyone who's listening, definitely season 4 is about to drop. Watch it.
Exactly.
And watch it.
And we still got to do this upcoming episode also about high school. I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, we still have to do that. That's going to be a beefy one. So kind of break down what we want to talk about in our experiences there. But there's a lot. We definitely want to do a Cowboy Bebop episode. Mm-hmm. That's one of me and Cave's favorite animes of all time. Yes. So that's something to digest.
Yes.
So
guys, give us ideas, because actually something that we'll probably discuss later, but maybe like, give us ideas of what would help you guys engage more. I love hearing back from you guys, what you guys think. Mm-hmm. Please comment, engage with us,
Yeah, for sure. Because I know, like, I've heard the suggestions of people not wanting to only watch us on YouTube. That's perfectly fine. We're definitely going to try to move it to Spotify soon. That is the goal, to try to, garner more listeners and hopefully make it a little more accessible to some who don't want to, pay the premium YouTube pricing for the ad. So I get it. Yeah, so don't worry about it. We have it in the works.
And we'll give you guys some treats. We'll eventually start doing some giveaways too, or whatever.
Obviously, we just want to grow that fan base, man. And we just have fun doing this. It's all for the fun.
Yeah, man. Support your local podcast. And,
please.
It's me, Cave, signing off,
and it's me, Drew, and we are out of here.
All right.
Have a good one, guys.
Godspeed.